Hello and welcome to Guilted Into It.
All right, better.
It's getting better. I don't know what you really want me to do.
No, I don't know.
Would you like me to sing and dance maybe?
No, I don't know what would be better. Hello, like it's too much. All right.
All right. Well, we're a work in progress, I guess.
Okay.
I don't understand, but
What are you looking at?
I'm trying to put the comments and stuff. I told you, do
no
this
one's
every-
commenting. We've gone for 12
Listen,
seconds.
Fox 5, a national news show. They all have their cell phones. They consult their cell phones. This
Do they
is
really?
a new age.
They really do that?
Yes.
That's insane.
They're all on their desks. They consult them. They have sometimes they have their notes there. So,
Oh my God.
get with the times.
Okay. Let me know when the show's over.
No, they're not on Instagram and Facebook. But no, so I'm just trying to find our show. That's all.
Okay, well, here we are.
So I said I wasn't going to, but sorry about the hair tonight. It's terrible. It is like a monsoon out there.
All right. It's raining.
It's raining. It is, and it's terrible. It's terrible.
Nothing like some good weather content.
I'm just saying,
That's good.
everybody can identify with what it does to the hair. If you have hair, that is.
That is
right?
true. That is true. We don't want to be
harassed.
harassed.
I don't want to be, harassed. So a few things. I'm trying to think of the order that things went in for this weekend.
Okay.
All right. So I did go and see. That was this weekend, right? Yes, the Annie Jr.
Oh, yeah.
I went and saw the production of Annie Jr. and Judy came with me. So that was fun. And the kids did a very good job. Some of the kids had really great voices. The sets were great. And it was nice. It was nice. They were very excited that I was there. They couldn't believe I came to see it. So that was a very nice thing.
That's nice.
And then I didn't tell you, I had a comedy gig later that night.
I think you did tell me that.
But I didn't tell you what happened today.
Oh.
So I did the comedy gig. And then I had to be the principal for kindergarten today.
Oh, right.
And I walk in the building and this woman comes up to me and she went, I saw you do comedy on Saturday.
Oh.
She was at the event. I was like, uh-oh, how's this going to go?
Did she think you were funny?
She did, thank God, because this was a very not fancy is not the right word, but this was a very proper event.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of stymied as to why they wanted a comedian to begin with.
Right.
Because all of these people were very proper and very, talking about real issues,
right.
and then here comes
you,
me. So that was kind of neat though, that, it was funny though. What a small world, right?
Yeah.
What a small world.
How was kindergarten?
Kindergarten was uneventful.
Hmm.
I was actually nodding at the desk at one point, like nothing. It was so quiet there. I found out why. All the kids who gave me a run for my money the last time, they have different placements now.
Oh, so they kicked them out of
They
kindergarten?
didn't kick them out of kindergarten. They got them the correct placement to meet their learning needs.
Kick them out of kindergarten.
They didn't kick them out of kindergarten. You can't be kicked out of public school.
Well, it seems like you can be.
You moved to a different placement.
Like their houses?
No. I can't stand you.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right.
You're running over there.
Well, I'm not running it. I was just subbing
clearly
for it.
You were in REM 3 at the desk.
I wasn't in REM 3.
You retire, and this is why they can't bring the retirees back.
Let me tell you something. I was tired at the end of the day. I haven't worked a full 8-hour day.
I know. Well, I was shocked to not get the Wordle text from you at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah, because I was busy getting ready.
I thought you were dead. I'll say it. I think that's how I'm gonna know
when I'm dead.
Yes, is I'm not gonna get the text.
Well,
and it scares me. I checked your location. I'm not even kidding. I didn't get the Wordle text by like 9:30, and I checked where you were.
And then where was I?
You were at the kindergarten.
I was at the kindergarten, so I was busy.
Because I was going to have to do a wellness check if you were at Walnut Street.
Well, see, what happened was
or
yesterday.
where you live.
Yes.
I shouldn't say that on the air.
Probably not. So now everybody knows.
Yep.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Now
I don't
you
know
better
which
do a wellness
Yeah,
check.
I'm gonna have
to. I wound up getting very involved in a DIY project yesterday.
Oh yes, that's true.
And then I got paint in my hair. So I absolutely had to wash my hair this morning.
Okay.
And so that takes.
But that's fine because you don't have to do it for another 6 months.
Right, correct. But when I do have to do it, it takes a really long time.
Right.
Right. So we have a guest tonight.
You do.
This was so easy. No prep even necessary for this guy because we know him. We love him.
We love him.
Right?
You probably hear him yelling from across the room most episodes.
I can hear him when he's asking his wife if she wants a cup of coffee and he's in Belmore and I'm in Islip. I can hear him.
Absolutely.
So definitely. And we're going to bring Judy on for this because,
it's always a good time to
it's always
Judy
a good time
involved.
to have Judy. So let's get right on with the fun. Let's bring on the one, the only, the very funny, the very lovable Judy. No, John LaRocchia. We're going to sit here. I'm moving. We're moving.
All right.
We're moving. We're shifting. Come on, Judy. Come on here.
Get up.
I gave her an intro.
But you could have prepared a better intro. You could have prepared an intro. Like, just this guy, we know him. He's a grandpa. He's a firefighter.
If I'm going to tell everybody all that, then I don't need to have you on, right?
All right.
I mean, so first of all,
I'm complaining already.
Welcome, exactly. Welcome to Guilted Into It, which ironically enough, you guilted us into having you on.
Right.
What took so long? I know you guys like me.
Yes.
I know you like me. I'm sitting over there doing my show every week, and I'm like, oh, another week. I'm not on. Another week. And you were co-hosting my show, right?
Yes.
Before you did the show, got a little practice in.
Yes.
Then you said, all right, I'm ready. Got all the kinks out. I, screwed up enough with John. Now I'm ready to start my own show. So, and then, I got to be the first guest.
No.
I got to be the third guest.
I didn't want you to be the first guest and we're still like, what do we do?
How many shows did Jackie the Joke Man put you on so far? None.
But I guilted into it. Oh, it worked. It worked, right?
And here you are.
And I love your family. Your other daughter, I don't know well.
Neither do we.
Yeah.
We haven't seen her in a while.
Rosanne goes, is another one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember her.
Yeah, but Judy has been on my show.
Yes.
She was a star. We're going to bring her back.
I love that.
Segment called Juice It Up Judy, I think.
Juice it up,
that's
Judy.
good.
What do you think? You like that?
I better
do
do
like
juicy.
that.
Yeah?
I do like that.
You like that?
Work on that.
Yeah.
You have a good name for segments.
Yeah. Jerky.
I like it. I like it. So I like
that.
your set.
For those who don't know,
Yes.
and I don't think there'll be a lot who don't know if they're watching this. They've
Yes.
heard me talk about it, but you started a foundation. We'll
I
get the
did.
seriousness stuff out of the way.
Okay.
Right? You started a foundation called Laughter Saves Lives.
I started a foundation.
Tell us why.
I was always doing stand-up comedy as a firefighter. Pre 9/11, I retired in July 2008. I became a firefighter in 87. I have to always count backwards. 87, 97. So 87, I got on the jab. That's how they say it. Get on the jab, Judy. Where do you work? 3 1/4. That's 325 engine. Whatever. So I got on the job in 87, went to 12 Truck in Manhattan. I loved working in Manhattan because there's so much going on as a firefighter. And then after work, you're right there. The Limelight was right up the block. I don't know if you remember the Limelight. It was like this crazy dance club in the church. It was an old church. That's the first time I got like passed around in a place. I was trying to get out, and I don't know what was,
You want to be specific about that, maybe passed around.
They
like,
passed you on
they
the crowd.
picked you up
Yeah,
and body surf.
Johnny was out there dancing, doing his
Gotcha.
thing with his new pants. So anyway, then I transferred from 12 Truck to the Hazardous Materials Unit in 1997. And thank God I did, in a way, because I met some of the smartest guys, the nicest guys, funniest guys, and we lost in the house 19 guys on 9/11. So even when I say it, I can't comprehend it. Just think about going to work as a teacher. going to work as a occupational, I got it right.
Yeah, good job.
Anyway, you see how he paused? What was it called again? And a third of the people you work with are gone the next day.
Yeah.
Right? How do you go back to work?
Right.
Well, we had no choice to go back to work. It wasn't like you could, I'm going on medical, No, we had to man the company. We lost a third of the guys that, and we were trained to the highest level. That was one of the other things with us. Nobody else in the FDNY is trained to our level in hazardous materials. I know you look at me and you're like, he's an idiot, but I do know a lot of stuff about hazmat. She's like, really, John? So, my guys made me laugh. They were funny guys. So after the funerals and the crying and the memorials and the crying and whatever, it hit me one day, why not remember them through laughter? I'm doing comedy already. So that's when I decided to start the Laughter Saves Lives Foundation. And it's all about a few fold. Every show is part of the Laughter Saves Lives comedy tour. We're making people laugh that night as a way to remember my guys. So no matter what the show, what it's for, I'm up there, and sometimes I'll say it, sometimes I won't, because I don't like to beat people over the head with 9/11. It's a comedy show, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're here remembering my guys. We're going to make you laugh tonight. Bada bing, we're off and running, right? The second thing is we raise money for different charities in their name. And then the third thing is we put some money in the foundation. And we use that money to help charities with similar missions. But also we try to find people, veterans, first responders. Now I added healthcare workers who are struggling due to a tragedy, who were not in the spotlight. It's not something on the news. Somebody fell out of the building. The cop got shot. The money's rolling in. It's rolling in. He's got 2 kids, right? Money's rolling in. Our first charity, our first guy we donated money to, Tommy Lukowski, was younger than you. Tommy was younger than you. At 16, he started doing the junior firefighters. We're having him on the show tonight. Junior firefighters. And as he went up and, he got bone cancer at 18, had many surgeries, very sick. So we did our first fund. We hired Adam Ferrara.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which in retrospect, very funny man. I'd rather have you on the show and you than Adam Ferrara. That's just me.
I
We're
agree.
cheaper.
No, exactly. You
We're
work for
cheaper.
nothing.
We never get paid.
Right. You never ask for money. Right. But no, I would rather have my guys, my guys on the show. So anyway, it was a great show. And his mom came up to us after the show and she said, John, she goes, we haven't been in a one room with all his friends and all family and laughed like this since Tommy got sick. And in my head, I'm going, we're doing it. We're doing what I set out to do. Handed them a few $1,000s. The money wasn't as important to me as that. But to Tommy, that night meant everything.
Right.
And I was doing a radio show a few months later. And I said, you know what, Tommy, why don't you call into the show? Right? So he called in and he said to me, John, it was the best night of my life. And he passed away 2 years later. And at his funeral were pictures of the comedy night.
Aww.
Not one, were pictures of the comedy night. And I'm like, we're doing it. What we do, what we set out to do. So, yeah, you say you don't want to bring it down. It's all part of life,
but it
right?
is.
It's all part of life. And that's what makes what we do to make people laugh. You forget. So important. Because there are people in that audience who are going to go home and go, oh, so good. I'm glad I laughed.
I needed that.
Just lost my mom, just lost my whatever. And that was great. And I'll never forget that.
Well, some families, and I don't know if your family, but my family is very much like when there's tragedy or problems or something, we probably tell jokes at bad times or make each other laugh at inappropriate times, but that's how we cope, because the
wakes, Italian wakes.
Yeah.
Shh, keep it down in there, right? It's like
She's
shut
got
up.
a tight 5 at most wakes.
Yeah. Tight 5 minutes of comedy. I got to tell the audience what a tight 5 is.
Sure,
it's 5 minutes of comedy. You got to keep it tight.
Keep really tight.
Out of tragedy, your young colleague passed away. Out of a tragedy comes something good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You made that very difficult situation.
I'm very proud. It's very therapeutic for me. Don't get me wrong. What are you going to do when you lose all these guys? What are you going to do? How are you going to make a difference? It's like I didn't know what to do with myself.
But every small thing makes
It does, and it makes a difference. And when you have one of the widows, one of the kids come up to you, and tell you, hey, I went to your show and it was great, whatever. It's great.
Yeah,
It's
that is great.
gratifying.
And from Laughter Saves Lives Foundation, we have Laughter Saves Lives Live,
The show,
which follows Guilted Into It
yes,
every week.
well, we're
Except
very lucky to have the new lead-in. We've been doing this show here 10 years.
Wow.
It's really like 5, but working with Bobby, it feels like 10. So we've been doing this. I think we might be his longest running show. I don't know, but we're close to it. And the reason I do the show is number one, we're shining a spotlight on good people, right?
Mhm.
Good people who are running. Like tonight, we have on junior firefighters, young kids getting involved, serving the community. I find that awesome, right? Awesome. We have them on, and who else we have on from the Terry Farrell Foundation? Terry Farrell was lost. Was he lost at 9/11? I don't think so. I think he was lost at another fire. I'm going blank, but they're coming on reps. So we try to have fun with them. You guys have co-hosted.
Mhm.
We try to have a little fun, but there's a story to be told there, and there's people out there doing great work. Hence,
And you're one of them.
well, thank you.
And if people want to find out more about your foundation,
give them your address, they can go to your house.
okay.
Or Rosanne
Bridget's
Cell.
already done that.
Bridget's already
This
told
episode.
everybody where I live.
Oh.
So,
Excellent. So show up.
Show up at our house. And,
Yes.
but you have a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of not just comedy show. You have a lot of fun stuff coming up.
I try to do some kooky stuff. You did a kooky thing for me once. Remember that? She's like, oh my God, what is he talking
What
about?
did I do?
Not that thing. We can't talk about that thing. I'm talking about the show in the furniture store.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody showed up, right?
At Raymore and Flanagan.
How many people came to that?
Is there
Eight. And most of them were like, I want to look at that
chair.
chair
Yeah,
over
can you
there.
get off
but-
that couch?
Right.
But the point is, it was the social media. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Who's that Laughter Saves Lives? What would Laughter Saves Lives? Right? So it was more to just keep the name out there, keep being goofy, yet continue to do good work.
And
So-
you've managed to wiggle your. That's not what I want to say
Wiggle.
at all.
Wow.
That is.
I'd
not,
like you to finish it. It'd be interesting.
That was gonna
Yeah.
go.
gonna
What
say-
am I wiggling?
wiggling your pickle.
My what?
Oh no.
Wiggling my pickle ball, she said. She finished her
Ooh.
ball.
Well,
We
I
got my
don't know
pickleball.
if it's
Still bad.
That's
Yeah,
still-
still kind of bad, right?
I
Can't
really,
end it with ball.
Yeah.
No, you
Even
can't.
if it was
Yeah,
ball.
yeah,
I
that's
really
worse.
have to
Still-
pickle. I really meant like you take it. Yeah, this is your passion now, and you're really into pickleball, and you've managed to
Here's why I'm really into
intertwine
pickleball.
the two.
Here's why I'm really into pickleball. Okay? You came out and played with us one day,
I did.
right? I go down the park. I meet people. I love people. I love seeing people have a good time. So if we now can tie it somehow into the foundation, pickleball, it's very popular. So we have the Laughter Saves Lives pickleball team. All right. We have some new members of the team this year, right? New members.
Yep.
Bridget, as we call her, Bridget Kavanaugh. Bridget Kavanaugh, because I never know if I'm pronouncing it right. So I make like I'm pronouncing it not right on purpose.
Right.
Right.
So I say, Bridget, come on.
Exactly.
And she says, yes, Tom. And I say, you're up. And let me tell you something. The girl is feisty.
I know.
I,
Well,
I'm worried about a brawl, is what
I
I'm
know.
saying.
I took a dive the first day on a practice game.
On a practice
on the
game.
court.
She
I
dove.
recently just healed my elbow from it. I had a scrape.
Let me see. Let me see. Healed. It's
You wanna
healed. Oh,
see it?
healed.
Yeah.
Because it was a huge.
I had a scrape, but now it's
Wow.
better.
All right.
See?
Scar, a
I know.
pickleball.
Wow.
I know.
Scar.
But I play hard. I don't like. We played 5 games together because we played this week and we won 4 of them. And I want to get the one.
Well, the one team was very good, and they were out to beat us because Livy and I beat them the
Right.
week before. So I felt
But now I have a
she played very
vendetta.
well. She
Yeah,
played. But April 19th,
Yeah.
the Laughter Saves Lives pickleball comedy night, where we're playing pickleball for 2 hours, very social, not too serious, play, meet new people, and then we have a comedy show with headliner from the Borgata, from Vegas, my favorite, Tom DiDario.
Oh yes.
Let me tell you something, people. Just as funny as Jerry Seinfeld and Ray Romano. And you're saying, yeah, because he's your friend. Yeah, because he works cheap. No, that's not it.
Well, That's part of it.
That's
but-
part of it, but not all of it. That's not what I'm all about.
It helps.
So I'm gonna have to play 2 hours of pickleball and then.
Well, I
go
didn't see
on
you on the
stage?
show yet.
What?
I was coming.
all
Wait
right,
for
all
your intro.
Oh, sorry.
And then opening up for Tom DiDario is one of our favorite comics. But you cover all.
That's me. But
Bridget.
I'll have just played 2 hours of intense pickleball.
That's right.
I don't know how I'm gonna be looking.
I don't know. Have you ever watched any of your videos on stage?
Yes.
Not a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? You're very, very funny,
Yeah.
very well written, but I
Yeah.
don't think you're going to need that to deliver your good humor.
No, I agree. No, I'm not
You're
worried.
not bouncing around.
I'm not worrying about being energized.
Oh.
I'm worried about looking post pickleball.
Oh,
I
post
play
pickleball,
hard.
yeah.
I play with more energy than I perform with. Would you
Yes.
say?
Yeah, but I don't. But I'm not criticizing your performance. Don't get me wrong.
Uh-oh.
Well, because I wouldn't put you on my shows.
You're right.
You know, she's different. She has a different delivery, and it's.
Very
I
dry.
enjoy it.
Right.
I
Yeah.
enjoy it. It's
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
No.
Like a fine wine.
Yes. So I'm excited about the pickleball
It's
thing,
gonna be
April
good.
19th. It's going to be fun. And then, as you saw today,
Oh yeah, we're
we
staying alive.
November 22nd, we made the we haven't done it in 4 or 5 years. The Laughter Saves Lives after my mom, Virginia LaRocchia, almost gala. Of course, we're not too snooty. We don't have a gala. It's an almost gala. We try to keep the prices reasonable for the average Joe,
Sure.
right? And the average Harry and Mary. Maybe I don't know what we're going to charge you. I don't know if I can
Are
say
there going
price.
to be like baskets like for?
There'll be
for
people wiggling their
raffles?
pickles,
Which is
which is what you like.
she's showing me
I'm,
now.
I'm,
Which is what you
I'm
like.
in. I don't care what it costs.
We will have raffles. We will have a 50-50. We will have great comics on the show.
Where
We'll
is
get-
it?
It's going to be right across the street from the studio, the American Legion Hall. We love working with the salt of the earth people, the veterans, the firefighters.
Mhm.
I don't want it in a catering place. Plus, it's more money if you go to a catering
Right.
place.
When
So
is it?
when is it?
Yeah.
November 22nd.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, mark the calendar. Save the day, Judy.
Oh, yeah. I
Save the
better-
date.
Yeah.
It's coming
Start
up.
working on your. It's
Yeah.
coming up. This is
You're
like
right around
she's
the
gonna
corner.
have dinner. Everybody over on Saturday. She starts cooking on Monday. She's got to
Yeah,
start thinking
but
about
you
her
know what? With the
outfit.
save the dates are important.
Yeah.
Because if I tell you now, Bridget, right? If I tell you now, November 22nd, please put on your calendar. Now, a
Yeah.
month from now, if Ma said, hey, let's go away one weekend. Oh, but Johnson, we can't. You
Right.
got to get it on the calendar.
But then sometimes, John,
Yes.
you'll tell me something like this, and then November 22nd rolls around, and you're like, what are you talking about?
You're
I
right.
don't remember. And it's almost like it never happened. We have to
Can I
address
quote my mom?
We have to address
Can I quote my mom?
Please.
You have your head up your ass and you like the smell.
Right. Sometimes.
And
I
that's
think-
why the new meds. HIPAA.
Listen,
I can't talk about my meds, right?
I think it's you're on. Here's what I think it is.
Yes.
Right. I think you're on too many platforms. Sometimes I'll get a text from you, and then I'll get an email,
I know.
and then I'll get a Facebook
I
message.
know.
And I think there's too much information in too many places.
I know.
You got to pick
You
a
know,
source.
Gotta
Yeah.
pick a.
Now,
I
let
need
me
a TikTok girl.
You-
I need
No,
somebody.
see,
to
That's
You
another
just
source.
that's another.
Are you good with TikTok?
No.
I need a TikTok.
I'm
helper.
good with TikTok.
Are you really good with it?
No.
I'm
She thinks she's good with it.
Yes.
No, she
she's
says.
Good. She's good.
I'm
Why
good.
good?
Yeah, you go with the
Good.
TikTok?
Yeah.
I need to start TikToking too.
All
Yeah,
right.
do it
I
all.
do.
And another platform.
Yeah, but
Well,
let's
Message me on
let me
TikTok.
just say this. Otto just put a comment.
Who's Otto? Do I know Otto?
Of course you do.
Judy's
He's
Otto.
here every week.
Oh, why did
Me,
he?
me and Judy are challenging anyone to pickleball.
Oh,
Whoa,
we'll take you.
anyone?
We'll take you.
Anyone?
Are you trying to kill
Kill-
my mother?
Yeah.
Listen, she's just gonna have to man the net, and he'll do
Hey,
everything
I
else.
probably, you know what? I'm athletic.
I
Well,
believe-
Judy,
she
like I
bowls
said-
every week.
Here's the key.
Yeah.
Don't try to do too much. If you get on the pickleball court, don't try to do too much.
Don't do what John does.
Just-
No, I won't. I'll,
I did
I-
against the girls. I
Okay.
did. You should have said, John, take it easy.
No,
I asked her though,
I
did you
worry
get
about
a
your
chance
knee.
to hit the ball? Because she's good. Now I know that it's because I'm not good that you're all over the court trying to hit the ball when I play with
All right,
you.
how can I reply without insulting you? Now I'll insult you.
You can't.
Yes, yes. I'm not worried about insulting you. Yet, no, it's not. I get a little aggressive, but
no, you're good.
and my knees were
Yeah.
with her. How many times did I say, "You got it, you got it," right? Because
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
want to run as. But then there's
Now,
one.
of course, he said that as the ball was passing me.
Yes.
True, a few times.
Yes,
got that.
that's
You got that,
accurate.
and she's like,
That was for
okay.
you.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
But we
You wanted to-
laughed.
We did. We had a good time.
laughed. That's what I love about it. With when do I get to hang out with my 23-year-old daughter? She had a boyfriend now. She's getting car accidents. When am I going to be able to hang around? Let's not talk about the car accident.
Then
Yeah.
I got a picture the next day of you at PT with both your knees on ice. So how you feeling?
I just took a picture for us. This is what you did to me.
Yeah.
Run me around.
And I hope they're feeling better tomorrow after what happened to you today.
Yeah, that was fun. I didn't tell her.
No.
No,
didn't
what
tell
happened
her.
here?
I thought I sent it to you on Facebook, Twitter, and
Yeah, right. Yeah. No,
I sent it
you
to her
sent that by carrier
from
pigeon.
the floor. I did an old man thing.
Uh-oh.
I walked from the back of my basement, which is very narrow, and my wife has a lot of things stacked. And I tripped over something and went face first on my knee.
Uh-oh.
Not only did I go on my knee, but I hit my side, and then the shelving and everything fell on top of me.
Oh my God.
And I was buried.
Oh my God,
And I'm
buried
like,
alive.
she didn't sleep well.
He lived to
Should
talk
I wake
about
her?
it.
Because
Right.
she has enough with me as it is. Like, it's enough of it's a lot of years. Just how you can hang out in the house and stuff, but just so I'm like, should I call her? Because I don't think I can get up. I got things on top.
You
wake
should
her
have
up.
called me because I have a lot of experience with the elderly.
Yes, I was thinking that.
So
I
could have
had
lifted you up.
I,
I've hoisted Judy up many a time
yeah.
from a sitting position.
Well, all right. That's good to
And
know.
I'm not too
Next time we
proud.
play pickleball,
Listen, right. If you take
if
a
I'm
fall,
sitting, you hoist. All right.
that's right.
All right. I want to take a quick break.
Oh, all right.
Let's
I'll
take
take
a
a
quick break, Bobby, if that's all right. We'll hear from intense events, glamping and picnics. And basically, you're going to
Oh,
see,
God.
you have to read for this commercial because there's no
No, nothing like
voiceover because the people who own the business think that I'm just can do everything.
nothing like some light reading.
So just you're going to have to
Commercials.
read
No sound.
about
This
intense
is
events.
music. It's fine.
All right, intense events. And if you managed to catch that number as quick as it was,
Google.
and
Google it.
you contact them, you could contact them on Facebook. If you tell them, you were guilted into it, you will receive 10%.
Really? Oh, a
Nice.
deal.
Yes.
Nice.
That's exciting. A deal.
So a few of the other things that we're working on, we're going to Dallas in a few weeks. Now, I could have dragged somebody along with me to Dallas. I had the opportunity.
And
The
yet-
door isn't closed.
And yet,
The door isn't closed.
when is Dallas?
We're doing, this is exciting. And I think
I'm going to tell you all about it.
3 shows.
And then I'm going to slam the door right in
No,
your face.
I would never slam. I'm not a slam.
No,
man.
you're not a
Gently
slam.
close.
Gently close. April 5th and 6th, I'm flying out on the 3rd because I
Oh.
want to do the JFK thing. So I'm flying out early, have a little time for Johnny,
Of course.
Johnny time.
Johnny time.
Absolutely.
And then we're doing Friday, Saturday. Friday is a veterans home during the day, free show at a veterans home. Supposedly they are so excited that we are coming from New York
Aw.
and doing this show. That night we're doing a veterans fundraiser.
And then they're going to see your comedy and be like,
What was the rush?
Why did he come on the plane?
right, why did he came all the way here?
Could have taken a car and been late.
It's very funny. You're very funny.
No, that's all right. You have to say.
You got a couple good ones. All
A
right.
couple of ones. So, so then we're doing a show with John Solano, our buddy out there from the 99% Radio Network, I think it's called. We're doing a veterans fundraiser at an American Legion type hall.
Mhm.
Then on Saturday is the big shoe, the big one. They do a 9/11 memorial climb every around 9/11, and it's a memorial. It's a way to remember those lost. It's not a fundraiser.
Right.
So they have expenses. The building they have to rent,
Oh yeah.
different things. So I contacted them and I said, why don't we do a show and raise some money for the.
Great idea.
There you go.
So that's what we're doing. We have me so far. Solano is just emceeing, and we got Coldplay too. Did you see them on my show?
No.
Oh my God. They're two guys who have big instruments and don't play a note and just dry. She is, I was going to say that the opposite of, she is energetic. I was going to go with the dry one. She is energetic
Compared to them?
compared to them. And
Oh.
please, I'm not making fun of your energy on stage at all.
Well, no, of course not.
Go to a Met game. Go to a Met. See her at a Met game with one drink in her and see the
That's
energy
true.
come out.
That's true.
That is.
That's where the energy really is.
Yes.
Because they pay these guys and they don't
They're
put the effort in.
they're human though.
I know. I don't care. I want to see a dive. I'm diving at an exhibition pickleball match.
True.
If I'm a Major League Baseball player, I'm diving.
You're diving.
Every play, I'm
And
diving.
that's another thing. We love the Mets. We're going to go. I think we should go to an away game.
All right.
All right.
Pittsburgh was nice, the
Let's
stadium.
go to an away game.
Right?
Yeah, that would be
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
You know, who's a huge Met fan?
I don't. Judy?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, she
well, they
is.
My mom was. My mom was.
Well,
You know
Mom,
what?
they disappoint everybody, but we're still fans.
No, they're going to do fabulous this year. You
That's
know
the
what?
talk, Judy.
No.
Positive. I like it.
Listen,
Oh, it's
I'm
going to turn.
telling you, they
Yes.
will because
Uh-oh.
we didn't get season tickets this year.
And they went up, didn't they?
They did.
The price went
They
up.
went up
Yeah.
crazy.
Which is crazy because the
They
team is
haven't
bad.
won.
Right.
But truthfully, I enjoy the game on TV more than being there. When I'm there, it's fun just to be there. But I'll
Yeah.
go, what? What happened? Where's, you know?
Oh, I'll tell you a funny story. Want to hear a funny story about my wife going to the game?
Yeah, and then I'll tell you a funny story about going to the game with Judy.
All right.
And then I'll find a funny story to wrap it all up.
Okay. So my wife watched the game. My son and I, my son taught her baseball, watch it on TV. So if you watch the game and men are on base, you see the squares filled.
Right.
The guys on first, the
Right.
square is solid, right?
No.
So I buy, I don't know, $150 tickets because she never goes to the game. My daughters were there. We're sitting there. Game starts. And my wife says, she's looking at the score, but she goes, where are the squares so you can tell who's on base? I go, sweetie pie. They're right there. Reach, you can tell. They're right there. Oh.
That's
should-
funny.
I
though.
hope she's
That's
not watching
funny.
this.
No.
That's funny.
That was
It
a
was funny,
honest
though.
mistake.
Yes. It was very cute.
Well, we went for when it was Keith Hernandez Day,
Okay.
right? We had really good
Love
seats.
Keith. Love Keith.
right?
Right.
It took forever to get in. Where you know the train was jam packed, and the whole way to get there it was
Yeah,
Crazy.
He took us on
So
the
there
wrong
were-
train, and we had to
You
go
took
up
the
and
train?
down
Oh,
stairs.
Oh, yeah.
so there were a lot of people.
Yeah.
We finally get in our seats. I get my home run margarita. I'm
Yeah.
very happy.
Of course.
And we're sitting there, and the
Missed
ceremony
that.
starts.
Mhm.
And this one goes, "What? I really want ice cream." What? It was in the middle of the ceremony. It was Keith Hernandez Day.
Did you get it for her?
And she goes, I go, "Ma, it's the middle of the ceremony." She goes, "I bet there won't be a line."
She's
She
down.
was
Good
right.
thinking.
She's
Good
good
thinking.
instinct.
So
Yeah.
I did, because she's my mother.
So you said, Mom, go ahead.
I
go.
said,
We'll be
"Let's
the-"
go." And let me tell you something. She got that ice cream. She's eating that ice cream, and she's
Just like by
walking back to the seat
Happy.
with a little spring in her step, a little
Oh.
wiggle in her butt. The way she was walking, she was so happy.
There you go.
I didn't see any of the ceremony, but my mother
Oh.
was happy.
Sorry, my phone.
Well, that's what it's all about.
It's probably Butch. She's going to find a way to interrupt this show,
Yeah.
even if it kills him.
Right.
So yeah, the
John-
Mets. The Mets is a lot of family history there
It's,
too. It's
yeah.
funny. My grandpa, off the boat from Italy, had the luncheonette in Middle Village, Queens. My first exposure to stand-up comedy was the luncheonette when I was
Oh,
a young
really?
man. But because my uncle and my father were very funny men, and my grandfather was funny in his own thick Italian accent way, you know. And my grandmother would sit; she would make the meals, the special for the day. So, they had sandwiches, the same things every day. Grilled cheese, burgers, whatever. But every day they'd have a special.
Oh, that's the luncheonette on your backdrop.
Correct.
Yep.
Family.
Yeah.
Right.
And every day Grandma would get there early and make the special. And then she would sit on the bench up front for a few hours and greet people.
Oh, that's nice.
And then they would sit down, and then my father and my uncle jokes and whatever. And so it was my first exposure to stand-up comedy because they were so funny. And I truly believe that the sanitation trucks lined up for lunch. And I believe that it wasn't because of the food. Not that the food was terrible. It was okay.
Yeah.
But think about being a young kid, 6. We used to run around all over the place, 6, 7, right?
Mhm.
Middle Village.
Oh yeah.
And walk in the luncheonette, or we called it the candy store. Grandma would be sitting there and she'd go, Johnny, go to the back. I have some meatballs. I'd get a chair and stand on the chair. The Department of Health, if they saw this, lean over the pot of meatballs, no sauce in them yet, and eat a bunch of meatballs, right?
Right.
Then I'd go out and I'd leave it, and she'd say, Johnny, have us some candy. Take it whatever you want. Could you have a better childhood?
No, you can't. You can't
Right?
have a better childhood.
Could you, kids go, oh, I got a fancy bicycle. That's what I had as a kid. Going in the store.
Memories.
Yeah, going in that store because it was only a few blocks from my house, seeing my dad, because they worked, how many days in 2 weeks? They worked 13,
14.
because I was going backwards. I'm like,
Right.
oh, they only had one day off. So 2 weeks. They worked 13 days out of 14. The store wasn't closed on any days. So everybody got married on holidays. July 4th, my parents was July 4th.
Wow. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, that was back in the day where there was also a work ethic.
Oh man.
No, it was.
This chick works
I
hard.
work
No,
hard.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying, but generally, there's been a decline in work ethic.
I-
And you don't really see.
Well, it's not that.
I went to a restaurant the other day. I'm
Well, don't
not
you
going
think
to say.
computers will have something to do with that?
I'm not going to say the name of it,
Right.
but it was a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was like a pub,
Right.
Sorry for any inconvenience. We're closed today. We needed a mental health day.
The place was closed.
The place was closed. Who does that?
Maybe,
Was
they
pro-
thought
yeah,
it
maybe
a
somebody was
joke.
sick, and that's the-
funny.
No,
That's
it
the
was
way they
locked.
phrased it.
No, but I mean, maybe they decided to put a sign instead of just close. They put
Maybe.
something up that
Well,
maybe
if-
Now that segment was called "Back in My Day." We'll
Did
do
I
that
do it? Did I
every
do it? I didn't do it back in my day, did I?
No, that
No, I just.
She
I'm
was
I
making
know
fun
I
of
do it.
me.
I do back in my
Do you?
day segments,
Yeah.
but I
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
try not to because it's different times. I look at back in I would have loved to be born in the 20s.
Oh, I could see.
Would that be a
20s.
cool time?
I
The
would love that.
roaring 20s, right?
But you wouldn't be
But then-
born in the 20s,
Well,
or you'd like to be like a young adult in the 20s.
so young adult.
But then,
See,
of
I'd
course,
like the
you're thrust
40s.
right into the Depression and World War II. So
That's what I'm just about to say.
But-
Glamorized
but-
all
But
that.
counter.
coming out of that
It
time,
was hard.
I mean, people appreciated things more too. You
that's
know,
true.
That is true, yeah.
and that's why now my family is like, my kids were, why are you still lugging equipment to comedy shows and doing that? And it's a lot of work to produce a comedy show.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not, because it's a long friggin' day. Even if you're doing a show next door to my house, I'm loading in the stuff 2 hours before the show, right?
Yeah.
After the show, you're taking the things that it's a long day.
I've done a road trip with you where we got there 2 hours before the show.
Right.
Set it up.
And I
You
like to
made
be
me
set up.
carry equipment.
I made you carry company. But why am I tying my show in the middle of the show?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's just for my
There you
medication.
go.
My medication.
That's the idea. HIPAA.
So what I
HIPAA.
was saying is, who am I to turn down that money? You know what I'm saying? If I was making a whole lot of money, but I'm okay in my life, I don't have to really work that hard anymore because I don't do fancy things. I don't have a fancy car. I only have one now. Was it a car accident? Did I mention that? I don't have fancy stuff. Did I mention that already?
Yes.
Well, my other daughter had 6 accidents. Christina
Oh
had
my
6 or
God.
7.
Ooh.
I used to carry
Who
around
taught them to drive?
nobody.
That may be
Obviously,
the issue.
nobody. Were you ever in an accident?
Yes, I rear-ended somebody once.
Okay,
Was
tell me
my-
the accident.
All right, this is what happened, right? I was on my way to college, and I was going to the ferry, and I was notoriously
ferry?
yes, in
Okay.
Port Jeff. I was notoriously late for the ferry and missed it almost every single time I tried to take it.
Right.
So I'm on Nichols Road. I'm driving, and the car in front of me stopped short, and I slam on my brakes and I rear end this guy, and I had bought a dozen bagels that I was bringing with me to college. All the bagels shot forward everywhere, and I was honestly more upset about that because I
Wait,
two dozen good bagels.
Did you? Were you tailgating then? Were you too
Oh,
close?
100%, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So
I do that.
Do you
do
still
that.
tailgate? Did you
Yes.
learn anything from it?
No,
Yes, you do.
I'm always in a rush.
She's
Even
always
when you're
late.
not in a rush.
Yes,
You see, I'm hoping that she
I'm
learned.
trying to learn. I should learn from that.
I'm hoping that she learned something from this. Because my other daughter did the same thing getting onto the parkway.
Yeah.
The person in front of her started going in. She went like this, turned around. That person decided to stop for no reason.
Yeah.
And she rear-ended them. So
And it happens.
it happens.
It does.
That's why they call it an accident.
Mhm.
Yes, right.
But
But
You know, I just realized I have blue socks on with black pants.
Right. And
wow.
everybody's been
The other
noticing it.
sock is
Every
Judy,
Right.
look at my outfit. This is Johnny thinking about Rosanne today.
yes.
Right now, if I was on just with Richie on my show,
Mhm.
I never look this nice. Richie always says,
Yeah.
"Oh, see, Roseanne's not around." I bought these
He
sneakers
shaved,
thinking
he did
about.
his hair.
I shaved, did my hair, put some gel in, thinking about Rosanne.
Yeah.
I bought new sneakers without the white swoosh on them.
Nice.
So when I'm on stage with a nice pants, and now I wear a nice T-shirt, you see what I look like. You saw that picture of me today with my pajamas on. That was taken yesterday,
Cha-cha.
15 years ago. So that's my new look, right?
All right.
And it's I'm calling it the Roseanne look because you have upgraded me.
I love that.
She is a
Yeah,
fashion
Yeah, by
sense.
making fun of me.
I like it.
My
Except
hair.
That's how I got to be the
That's
way
how
I
you
am.
grew up.
Yes.
yes.
Yep.
But,
Honey, what are you
but
wearing
look at how,
today?
But look how
Right.
great
Maybe
she's
add a
doing.
lip. That's what you'll say to me.
What? Maybe add a lip.
Add a
Yes.
lip.
Lip.
What does that mean?
Just
A little lipstick.
Oh,
You know, add a
Lip
little lip.
washed out.
do you ever wear lipstick?
I do. I actually glossed
But
up
not-
before this, and it's faded
Well,
clearly.
is gloss a lipstick?
Well,
Makeup
no,
girl.
No,
I'm wearing
it's
lipstick.
different. I
Right.
do wear lipstick. But I'm going out. We'll throw
Like
on a lip.
like lipstick, like dark. Because I
Yeah,
can't
like a.
remember you wearing.
She
No, I
doesn't
don't
wear
really
a dark lip.
I wear. I'll talk about the lip I wear.
Yeah, don't give me lip.
I wear like a lighter, like she's got on
Right.
a nice color. Like you can notice that it's
It looks
on.
lovely.
Thank you. I don't have it on right now.
But that's because you have perfect lips without.
Oh, is that what it
anything.
is?
Look
Yes.
how perfect they are. They're like little hearts.
See?
Isn't that adorable?
Thank you.
You
And,
can always,
and where did she get those from?
Not me.
Not you.
not me.
Not her.
I don't
All
know.
right. So what else can we
I don't
talk
know.
about?
Well, do you have a gem for us, Judy?
Oh,
Gem.
Judy Gem.
I thought you told me. Oh, I saw you like 2 days ago. You said I have a gem.
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
happened? Well,
No,
hear
I
it.
want to hear. This was because I kept telling her, please stop talking about it, and I want you to do it now.
well,
All right. What is it?
I have a problem
Mhm.
with birds.
What kind of birds, Judy?
Okay.
See, it's
And
perfect
all
Little
already.
birds that fly around
Most.
So
And
all
all
birds, all birds.
on my deck.
Right.
My deck,
Do a little poopy or something.
yes, making a mess.
Yeah, I hate
A
that.
mess. And I bang on the window, I open the door, and they just look at me like, what's your problem? Honest to God.
They don't move.
They don't move. So I had to take drastic measures.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
So
Shotgun?
well, one day I had a little artificial chestnut or something.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm like, what can I throw at these birds? So I just lobbed it to them.
What happened?
I missed,
Yeah.
and they flew away.
And forever.
But I said, no. I said,
Oh.
oh, they'll be back. They'll be back. So I thought, what can I do when they come back? So number one, I ordered one of those high frequency things that only the birds can hear. You know,
Yep.
they have them for mice, they have them for birds, they have them. So I ordered that, but in the interim, what was I going to do to keep them away?
Mhm.
So I got myself a squirt gun, a water gun. I figured I'll just,
This is
And,
serial killers.
you know, I'm not going to
Judy,
hurt
please
them.
tell me there's a camera behind your house.
Right. I would love to see you on your
Right?
balcony sniping at the birds.
No, I swear, this is what I do. I very easily open the
Slowly,
door.
right?
Very
Slowly.
I think they
Slowly,
have
I
eyes on
turn.
the
Because
side of
less
their
she
head.
opened the door,
You know,
quickly they
I
hear her and
reach for
fly
my
away.
gun.
She reaches for a gun. All
As
right.
I'm looking at the gun,
Right.
I look and they're gone.
Now let me ask you a question.
I can't.
What do you want to accomplish by spraying them? Because opening the door they flew away.
Yeah, but I want them to remember that I
Right.
sprayed them, and they won't come back.
You know,
Because they
birds,
never
their
like getting
brain
wet,
is
those
about
birdies.
as big as my pinky nail.
Right.
What?
Their brains.
Right. I don't think they're
They
making memories.
remember. They remember where they were last year,
That
and they
sounds
come
like
back.
a fake
So
fact.
I think that's
Anyway,
instinct. I don't
What I have to
fake
say after
fact.
I
Judy.
lobbed the
the chestnut.
chestnut at them, and I was prepared with my water gun,
Right.
they didn't come back.
Judy, I wish you would have saved that story for my show.
I just
So
feel
good.
like next
Such a
week.
good story,
it's
Judy.
an ongoing story, and not only that,
That's
I'm
true.
sitting there, I'm watching these birds, and they're climbing up the tree like cats. Why wouldn't they fly?
Birds are
Quicker.
notorious for being in trees.
No, but they're
Oh, they're
climbing.
climbing.
Up
with
the
their-
bark.
I
And
guess
Don't
they
you
could
think- wouldn't
fly.
it be- I think it would be so nice if
It's
the
a
three of you
bird.
guys like lived in the same house.
Right.
Oh,
I really do. There'd be so much.
I just feel like
Don't you
next
think-
week we're gonna come in and she says, "Well, the water gun wasn't working, so I got hand grenades."
Well, now we got a story, right?
yeah.
Judy, maybe they would arrest you.
Yeah.
You can have Judy,
I would love to
you know,
bail
with the
her out.
I mean,
picture.
you got to
Well,
be careful.
a
You
mug
get a
shot.
you get a
You say you would
PETA
love to
person.
see the three of us in the house. Remember when you had to go out for more dip for me?
For the party?
More dip.
When was that?
It was Thanksgiving.
Oh, that was not dip. That was cream cheese because I
Oh.
made the fatal mistake of getting up and making myself an English muffin and putting cream cheese on it. She lost her mind.
Why?
It's for the shrimp dip.
Oh.
It's for the shrimp dip. And I was maybe 20. So I didn't always make the best choices when it came to keeping my mouth shut. And I said, I'll get you more cream cheese. But she couldn't shut up about the cream cheese.
I was
Fine.
upset. I was having
I
company.
drop everything
What are you going to do?
and I go get cream cheese, right? And they have it at 7-Eleven because I know
Sure.
Thanksgiving, everything's closed. I go to 7-Eleven, I get the cream cheese. I come in. Now, mind you, guests aren't coming until 2.
Right.
This is 9 a.m.
I have to be prepared.
She couldn't let
Oh, she would
me.
be prepared.
She couldn't let me just have my damn English muffin and then go get the cream cheese. So I leave the English muffin. I go and get the cream cheese. And here's where I made my mistake.
Uh-oh.
Yes, yes,
I
you did.
couldn't just walk in,
Right.
shut up,
Shut up.
put the cream cheese in the refrigerator, and go back to my English muffin. I had to go, oh, no, Thanksgiving is saved. Here's your cream cheese. And
You kind of
she's,
lobbed it at me.
and I lobbed
Much
it
like she did with the chestnut. to
at the
birds.
bird. So, and then she's sweeping something into her little dustpan because God forbid there's a crumb on the floor. And she starts beating me about the ankles and calves with the brush. And so,
Another
happy
Italian holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Well,
another-
happy
Right.
It's like it
Thanksgiving.
never. I'll tell you a funny story about my uncle. I told you my uncle and my dad worked in the luncheonette together.
Right.
Okay. Well, they were estranged, is the word.
Yes.
They weren't talking for years. Even when they were working in the store together for a while there, they weren't talking for years. So they made up.
Comfortable.
Right before my uncle had passed away, a few months before. Thank God they made up. So my wife says, let's invite him over for Thanksgiving, because he was by himself. Well, my wife has this thing at Thanksgiving. She's very religious. So she goes to church and they give her a piece of bread at church. They bless it, bless the bread, and then give it to Bridget. Bridget takes a piece off. I'm thankful for my mom and my whatever, right? So every year we look forward to this. My father is in the kitchen with my wife cooking. I'm over there watching TV, whatever. My Uncle Charlie's at the table. Nobody notices, but Uncle Charlie takes the piece of bread, cuts it in half, butters it up, and is sitting at the table eating the holy bread, right? And my wife goes walking in, and I realize what happened. I'm like, oh my God,
That's the last
this
time
is
Charlie-
he's out.
He's
He's-
done.
And she ripped into him, but in her way where she's serious, but it's funny, but whatever. And he just looked at my father and he goes, I like her. I like her, But it was just so funny watching him chomp on that.
That is a classic, like, sitcom episode.
Yeah.
Like something Larry David would do.
Yeah.
You know?
Where's the bread?
That's kind of like the year that we made the turkey and my mom put it on the table hours before, and our Chihuahua jumped up on the table and was licking the turkey. And then that's
It's still
the piece-
doable.
I caught her.
And then that's the piece we cut off and gave to Judy.
They didn't tell
Hey.
me.
No,
that.
we couldn't tell her
Didn't
because
No,
she
tell
and
would
I
me
be.
that.
grabbed the dog and I look at
Whose
Bridget
dog
and I
was
go,
this?
it was mine. And I grabbed the dog and I go, don't tell grandma.
But do you kiss that
She'll-
dog on the lips?
She does.
I do, yeah.
So you don't eat that piece of
I don't
turkey.
care.
I don't kiss
Yeah.
the dog on the
Oh,
lips.
I
my
share
family-
food with the dog. I'll put a French fry in my mouth, and she'll take it right from me.
My daughter comes home from work. It's like a half hour before she'll see me. Say hello to me. With the pup.
Yeah.
When I went up to college, I drove how many hours to get to college? I bought her a car, which was in an accident the other day.
Yes, we
But I bought her
know.
a car, right? I would get up there, the dog. Hello, I drove up here.
I
I
know.
love
I
that
know.
pup. I love that pup.
Well, I'm a dog lover, though.
Yeah, me too. I love
I am.
dogs.
I had
love
a
dogs.
dog. I did. I had a
Yeah.
Cocker Spaniel. She was a love.
Daisy.
She was
Dog. Lola, not so much.
Well, Lola
Lola.
was Lola. We found on Facebook, like marketplace, basically,
Pretty much.
and she was $250. Basically, went to the ATM, got the money for Lola, and we got what we paid for. She's a horrible dog,
Really?
No.
She's horrible,
but she's
but
good.
wonderful.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
same
On
breath.
Facebook Marketplace, you get doggies?
This woman was like, I have these puppies.
Yeah.
and-
Was it like-
It wasn't really marketplace,
Well,
but
what
we saw
was
a
really
post.
cute about
Uh-huh.
her is she was a Chihuahua, but she has the floppy ears, so
Yeah.
she doesn't have
Yeah.
those big Chihuahua ears, right?
Yeah.
So,
She was
and she was 3 pounds, so she's so cute and little and everything, and then she just turned into a real Chihuahua, though.
no, she's
her-
actually good.
Her
She's
sister bought the brother.
The sister,
Oh,
Oh,
that was the sister.
your
And-
sister up to the brother
and then
doggy.
gave it back.
I followed that. I followed that.
yes,
Yeah.
they-
Did you?
Yeah, what
And
you
then
just said there. I
she
followed
gave it back.
I thought
And
you-
she gave it back?
Gave
Yeah.
it back.
well, because the dog bit
Oh,
somebody. and she was
lunged
like,
at.
supposedly.
Supposedly.
It was
Nasty.
3 pounds. How bad could the
Nasty.
lunge?
Well,
have been?
listen, I do have to tell you, I have this wonderful woman, Marta. She comes and she
Mhm.
cleans my house every other week for me.
Nice.
And
look
it's
at
really
you.
wonderful.
Yeah.
But it is way safer for her if I am not home while she's cleaning, because if I am there, Lola follows her, tries to jump up and bite her. She growls at her.
But if you're not
But
there,
if I'm not there, she's sweet as pie.
that is strange.
Well,
It's
she's
really
protecting.
she's
Protective.
protecting
She's
me.
loyal.
She is.
She's a
She's
loyal dog.
protecting me.
Protected
Wow.
her yesterday.
So let me
from
get
the
back to this
mailman.
cleaning lady thing here.
What about what?
So what do you sit there like with a glass of wine and just watch her
No,
clean?
I leave. I go to the gym. She comes early.
Yeah,
It's too early. If
Does
I'm
a nice
drinking
job?
wine when she's cleaning the house, I need a program.
that's nice.
Yeah, but
I
it
should
is
get somebody
nice.
coming. That's nice.
You should.
I
You
have
should.
someone to come. I have the same person.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Once a month though, because I have.
so she's not as dirty as her.
Yeah, right. She is.
She doesn't have a dog.
That is
So,
true.
Well,
But-
listen, we have just about 2 minutes left.
Oh wow, that
So,
went fast.
I know it went really
Nice,
fast,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
I
it
love
was-
talking to you guys.
This
We just
was-
went out to dinner. We were talking.
We
right?
did. We went to dinner. We had some. Oh, shout out to what's it?
International
Leonardo's.
Chicken.
Leonardo's.
Leonardo's Pizza in Massapequa. The soup, the chicken soup. Oh, it was delicious.
The beef. Well, what did I have? The beef bar?
Yeah, the mushroom barley.
Delicious.
I don't say that about chicken soup lightly, because my mother makes the best chicken soup.
Which I would
She
like
does.
Hands
some.
down.
When I make.
All right, I would love some.
Sure, I'll-
And then I learned to make it from her, so I make a pretty good chicken soup.
I would love some.
You got it. But for me to, oh, that was the other thing that I did
What?
on Sunday at a big St. Patrick's Day.
Oh
But
yes.
We went to the parade and everything. I
Yeah,
did
nice
corned beef,
day.
cabbage, shepherd's pie.
Open house.
Nice.
Wasn't an open house, because you say that and he's gonna go, you didn't tell me it was an open house.
Well, the house wasn't.
It
Listen,
wasn't
it
an
took
open
how many months for me to get on the
That's why we
show
blocked.
of
Right.
sitting in, coming in,
Next
like
St.
begging.
Patrick's Day, you'll
Oh, can you have me? Can you have me on the show? No, I've asked so many times to be invited over to something.
It's coming. It's coming.
Richie too, my co-host, hasn't had me over his house yet either.
Wow.
Wow.
Nothing.
So let's
He doesn't
reiterate the dates of the Almost Gala, please.
Big
And the
the
pickleball.
big almost gala, November 22nd. Get it on your
22nd.
calendar.
Save the date.
It's
Yeah,
big.
remind-
I did.
remember that.
The
We're going to be
pickleball
posting it
fundraiser.
all over Facebook and Instagram, and
Yes.
he's going to make a TikTok about it, because I'm going
Yes,
to help
I'm
him.
ticking
Right.
and tucking.
And then April 19th,
Is the pickleball comedy night starring headliner
Bridget
Tom
Kavanaugh.
the-
Oh,
Tom DeDario, opening out
and is this happening at Pickleball Hall?
at
It is.
Pickleball Hall.
At Pickleball
Yes.
Hall.
Everybody, if you come, you'll be seeing many people. You'll be excited, shaking their
Pickle balls.
That's what
yes,
you like. You said.
I like to see a pickleball.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's good.
All
Well,
about you.
And we're going to end on that note. The clock is blinking. Thank you, John LaRocchia, for
Thank
being
you,
on our show.
ladies.
And we
That's
will
so much
see
fun.
you next week with our guest is
We didn't confirm that
We're
yet. so I'm
confirming
not
our
gonna
guest,
say
so
it,
it'll be
but
on there,
someone
but-
will be here.
thank you and have a great night.
I'm coming
And
back.
stay tuned for Laughter Saves Lives live next.